In this video, we will discuss about the introduction and benefits, key challenges, keywords, and the 9 criteria of OBE system that Pakistan Engineering Council is going to adopt for the accreditation of a new program. Introduction to OBE, a comprehensive presentation. If you have any question, you can either write an email to the given email, or you can write any comments in the comment box. Outcome-based education. We can define the OBE system as a process of clearly focusing and organizing everything. Everything means curriculum, instructions, assessments, etc. in an educational system around what is essential for all students to be able to do successfully. For example, what the student have to achieve the outcomes after completing the program at the end of their learning experience. So that is like if you see the OBE system, it's basically comprising on different components. The first one is the education standard, second is the curriculum, third is the accreditation, fourth is the quality, and the fifth one is the industry. Like OBE based on all these 5 components. If we combine all these 5 components together, then we can have a better OBE systems. Or you can say that it is not what we teach, it is basically what we learn. The primary objective of OBE is to facilitate the desired changes with the learner by increasing knowledge, developing skills, and or positively influencing attitudes, values, and judgments. Like these are the basic 3 different components that learner or that students can have in their knowledge, can have after completing the program. The first one is the knowledge, the second is the skill, attitude, values, and judgment. OBE embodies the idea that the best way to learn is to first determine what needs to be achieved. We have 5 keywords of OBE. The first one is the objective, so which means that the program educational objective. These are the statements that graduates are expected to accomplish during first few years after graduation. Second is the outcome. Outcome means the program learning outcomes and the course learning outcomes. Like you can achieve the program educational objective by having the program learning objective, and you can achieve the program learning objective by fulfilling the course learning outcome. Like the PLO, so you can say that these are the statements that the students are expected to accomplish at the time of graduations. Like Pakistan Engineering Council, as per the Washington Accord, have total 11 graduate attributes, or you can say the PLOs. CLO statements that the students are expected to accomplish at the course completion. The third keyword is the assessment. What assessment means is the process that identify, collect, use, and prepare data that can be used to evaluate achievement. Fourth component is performance criteria, which is the statements or the key performance indicators that identify the required performance to meet the outcome in quantifiable terms. Fifth criteria is the evaluation, which is the process of reviewing the attainment of outcomes and suggesting corrective actions. Like the program has a continuous improvement, like if there is some thing to achieve, that the program should improve as per the given corrective actions. What are the benefits of OBE? The benefits of the OBE, the first one is the clear learning objectives or the outcomes. You can say that the clear program objectives, specific graduate attributes like the program learning objectives, focused and structured curriculum. Second is the student-centered approach. So you can say that specific skills, knowledge, and attributes. Student ownership in learning, personalized learning, activity-based learning. Third one is enhanced student achievement. How you can say that measurable learning outcomes, basis for assessment and evaluation, higher order thinking. Fourth one is better industry alignment, like job market based necessary skills and knowledge preparation for real world challenges. The last one is facilitate program accreditation. A clear framework for assessment ensures quality program meet required standards. Like these are the five major benefits that we have if we implemented the OBE system in our program. And what are the challenges of implementing the OBE system in our program? The main challenge is the perception of overloaded complex. Usually people think that we have to do much documentations, we have to do more work as compared to the teaching. Time taking process, difficulty in defining learning outcomes, because whatever the course you are teaching you have to define the CLOs in each course. Resistance to adopt. Usually people feel that it is difficult, so that is why they feel difficulty to adopt the system. Lack of faculty training and development, because it is a new system and it needs training, so we have a lack of training, faculty training and development, so that is why it is difficult and it can be a main challenge as well. Limited student engagement and motivations, because it is a new system and it is a very good system, so we need to create some awareness between the students and we need to create some motivations and we need to engage students so that they can understand what does mean of OBE system and why it is important for. Second is the implementation challenge, like how can we implement the OBE system in our program. The first one is the lack of resources, because we don't have much resources. The second is limited institutional support, because many students doesn't support the OBE system in their LMS system or CMS system, so that is why the institution doesn't have a much support to the program. Inadequate technological infrastructures, like we don't have adequate technological infrastructures. Inconsistent interpretation and application of OBE, because every institute has a different meaning, have a different understanding, so we have to standardize the implementation of OBE system. We have to make it easy for the implementation so that every institute can understand well and can implement. So that is the implementation challenge. A third one is the assessment challenge. Developing assessment rubrics and criteria, because you have to achieve certain PLOs and then you have to achieve a PEOs. To achieve the PLOs, you have to assign few CLOs, and for the CLOs achievement, so you have to define some assessment criteria, some rubrics. So that means also are difficult that how to develop the rubrics and how to develop the assessment criteria. So that is an assessment challenge for the teachers. The second one is the lack of a reliable and valid assessment tool. Like if you don't have a valid and reliable assessment tool, then how can you say that you have developed a better rubric, better assessment and they are working well. Limited feedback on student performance, like if you don't have a much feedback on the student performance, then it will also be difficult that how to assess them, so the assessment make it so difficult as well. Ensuring continuous improvement, so that you need a particular or continual improvement, so you need a continuous corrective actions and corrective actions are also based on a feedback. So if you don't have enough feedback, you cannot make a corrective actions. The last one is difficulty in using assessment data. So if you have the assessment data, then you need to know how to use the assessment data, how correctly you can use the assessment data so that you can improve the program. So what are the criteria that you are basically going to have the accreditation from the Pakistan Engineering Council? So the Pakistan Engineering Council, as per the Washington Accord, they have defined 9 accreditation criteria. So each program should have to fulfill all these 9 criteria so that the accreditation can be a smooth full process, or the program can be accredited by the accreditation council like the Pakistan Engineering Council or the National Technology Council. So the first criteria is the program educational objective, that is known as a PEOs. We will discuss all these criteria in a separate video one by one so that you can have a better understanding, so that you can easily develop and easily implement each of these criteria in your program. We have a separate video for the understanding for the better assessment of each criteria. The second criteria is the PLOs, that is known as program learning outcome. This third criteria is the curriculum learning process. The fourth one is the student, where we will see that what should be the admission criteria, what is the student strengths, how much is the intake, what was the applications, like all these we will see, and how these students are going to attend the class, how the students are going to attend the lab. So we will see all these different parameter in this criteria. Faculty and support staff. So in this criteria, so it was discussed that how many faculty members are required, like how many PhDs or how many MS or how many lab engineers are required for a program. So what is basically the requirement, or you can easily calculate the student teacher ratio. The sixth one is the facilities and infrastructures. Like if you have a program, that we need to know how much you have the facilities, like the number of classrooms, the laboratories, or all these different other facilities like mosque, prayer room, or cafeteria, or gym, or something like the other sport facilities. The seventh one is the institutional support and financial resources, like how the institutes basically supports the program, and what basically the financial resources the institute has. Like if the institute is running a program, we need to see either the institute has that particular budget to run that program or not. Continuous quality improvement. So this is very important criteria, because in order to running accurately, or you have better assessment process, you need to know at each particular level, either you are basically doing the assessment at a cohort level or at individual level, then you have to measure the assessments that and see what corrective actions can be done, so that you can keep continuous running the loop and making the program better as per the OBE requirement. The ninth one is the industrial and international linkages. Like in this criteria, it is usually seen that either you have some industrial advisory board, like you have member from the industry, because the industrial member can also give a feedback to the program coordinator, so that they can run the program as per the requirement of the industry. And it is also seen that either the faculty members are applying for some international grant or national grants, or giving some consultation to the industry. So in this criteria, that everyone is going to measure the linkages between the industry and the faculty members. So this is also very important criteria. As I said before, that we will discuss each criteria one by one in our later videos. So if you have any question, like in order to understand the fundamental concepts, why the OBE system is going to be adopted or why it is necessary, then you can ask any question in the comment box.